check out some gruesome monsters, participate in a haunted show, or brush up on your witchcraft. All this and more is just a short trip away in Salem, Massachusetts. Don't pick up that remote. Your next Daycation starts right now. Thank you for watching this edition of New England Daycations. I'm your host, Alicia Fortin. Today we're going back in time to 1692. We're going to take a look at the mysterious past behind Salem, Massachusetts. We're starting here at the Witches' Cottages, and soon enough we'll be going to the Historical Museum in Salem. So, don't go away. Guys, I wasn't done yet. Guys? I'm leaving.
Life.
Always expect the unexpected when you visit the Witches' Cottage in Salem. The same goes for its owner, Eric Rodenheiser.
You're gonna poke my eye.
Eric, a performer at heart, owns and operates the Witches' Cottage at the Griffen Theater. This unique attraction brings Salem's eclectic witch history to life with a live stage show complete with some chilling special effects.
Don't play with fire. Ow, 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 ow. We try to do something different for a tourist attraction. So we have a live show about witchcraft, ghosts, and the supernatural. So you'll see things appear on stage, like you'll see a creature from Native American mythology that makes its way on stage.
I learned from Eric that Native Americans play a major role in Salem's witchcraft.
Long before we got here, they had their own sets of beliefs, and if you do the research on Native American people, they had different gods, they had different entities, they used lots of spells, I guess you could call them, chants and summoning. They believed everything had life and energy and power. And so they also believed in the bad power, which is these creatures. And
with all that goes into these performances, it's no wonder the Witches' Cottage has a 5-star rating on TripAdvisor.com. It provides the tourist with a completely different type of attraction.
A lot of people leave here and say, I wish I came here first, which is really nice to hear.
In addition to the thrills and chills, characters also delve into Salem's eerie past. During this particular show, we heard from the accuser, John Westgate.
She told me, she said, mind your business, John Westgate, or you'll find yourself in trouble this night. I remembered the words of Alice Parker. My dog started to tremble. Then there, emerging from the blackness, was a horrible pig-like creature.
Following the short performance, audience members can take part in a question and answer session with the cast. Eric finds there are a lot of misconceptions about witchcraft and the witch trials of 1692.
Some people have no questions, other people have lots of questions. But we generally talk about the witchcraft trials and where the sites were that in location to the theater, which are very close. Then we talk about witchcraft as it exists today. We pass around the crystal ball. And for school groups, we actually get people up on stage, and it's a little more lighthearted, and we get them to ride the broomstick and put torture devices on them. You know, family fun.
During the after show, participants may also hear the cast members' own personal ghost stories.
My grandmother used to take care of us when we were kids, and she was French Canadian, so she was responsible for putting us to bed at night and making sure we weren't goofing around. And there were 3 boys, so we always goofed around. So she'd come upstairs and open the door, and she'd speak French, and we wouldn't know what she was saying, but we knew we were in trouble. So she died in our house. Yes, by the tone, the French tone. So she died in our house in my bed. So it was a very nice experience. She died very quietly and, you know, just very pleasant. But later on, my brothers and I were playing in the room at night, and the door opened, and we closed it and opened again. And so we didn't know what was happening. Then the door opened very slow and very wide. So my brother and I were like, oh, we better close the door. And we couldn't close it. And it was like somebody was pushing on the other side. So we jumped on the bed. It flew open, and there was nobody there. So my brother and I think that was...
Somebody else, you goofed
yeah. Or it could have been, you know, like one of those little bouncy balls stuck in the door. Who knows?
Each show runs between 30 and 40 minutes, depending on the Q&A session. And if you think you've seen it all, Eric invites you back for a completely different performance.
We are constantly changing the show. You can, if you come the next day, if there's a different actor, you're going to hear a different story. Every year we try to add new effects. The more people that come in, the more money we're going to put into the show. Like we always try to add some new effects, which I can also.
Only time will tell where the performances will go from here, but one thing's for sure, you'll laugh, you'll scream during your visit to the Witches' Cottage. Those who scare easily should remember to sit in the back.
We make it scary, especially if you sit close.
Why I sat up front, I'll never know. The Witch's Cottage is located at the Griffen Theater, which does shows all year round. For more information or to purchase tickets for a show, visit thewitchescottagesalem.com or call 978-825-0222.